Welcome to Math Plus, where math makes sense. In this video, I'll show you how to take written form to standard form. So we're going to convert our numbers from written to standard. On this chart that you see here, we have examples of standard form, word form, and then at the bottom here is expanded form. And like I said, today we're going to take this, the word form or written form. It means the same thing, words, written. For instance, this number is 4,321. We have a video that I'll put above where we explain the written form. This here, where it says 21, you can see there's a little hyphen there. We only use the hyphen when there is a compound number. And a compound number is any number from 21 to 99. That's it. 21 to 99, use the hyphen. Any other time, as you can see, there are no commas and there aren't any hyphens. Only here on that compound number. Standard form, I'm going to uncover this. Same number, 4,321. Standard form is the actual numbers. They're digits. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to take the words and turn them into digits. Expanded form you'll see on other videos, but that's when we stretch them out with their value. We're not going to do that today. So what is standard form versus written form? Written form is words. So think of that. Some people like to call it word form. Some people stick with written form. It means the same thing. It's just the number. So here's the number written, 12. It's standard form, normal form, whatever helps you to remember that standard means digit. Digit form would be the numbers. Over here we have 47. 47 has the hyphen because it's in between 21 and 99. Then we put the hyphen. Standard form over here, it's written out in digits, 4 and 7. And then we have 100. Notice there's no other place values, just 100. And here's where it's important to understand your place value. There are 2 zeros after that 1. We don't just write a 1. We have to make sure the 1 is in the hundreds place, and there's a 0 in the tens place, a 0 in the ones place as placeholders to show what place value that 1 has. You're going to learn that place value is very, very important anytime you're working with the numbers. A 4 can be at different place values and have different values. So it's very important to understand the place that number is on the place value chart and what its value is. So I'm going to give you an example up here and then we're going to do one together. You can see that this number up here is 423. This is the written form. You can break it down as you're reading it. You can see that there's 400, which is 4 hundredths. You could go over here and write it in the hundreds place. There's a 4, and you end up with a 400 because we're trying to write this into standard form, right? My 2 is in the 23. 2 is in the tens place, and my 1 is in the ones place. There's the number written out in standard form. Now, you don't have to have a place value chart, but I wanted you to see how easily it is to take that written form and put it into standard form, especially if you use a place value chart. Let's try this one down here. You don't have to write them out as I did here, but I wanted you to see this is your thinking that's going on in your brain as you're trying to dissect that word form into digital form or standard form. Here we have the word form 652. I can take that 600 and put it into the hundreds place. There's 6, right? Or I could do this. I could write a 6 and say, well, that's 600. I know there'll be 2 more digits because the 6 has to be in the hundreds place. And the other number is a compound number. It has a hyphen, 52. We know the 5 goes in the tens and the 2 goes in the ones. And there's your standard form. And you would write it over here. Again, if you don't know your place value, you still need the chart, use it. You can get one of those charts and print it off of the internet and then put a piece of plastic coating over it and then use a wipe off marker and use it over and over again. It really would come in handy too when you do decimals. Let's practice, okay? We're going to pull this chart down and do 3 different examples. I'm going to put them in the place value chart and then we'll practice without the place value chart. You can pause the video as needed. We have example number 1. The written form is 184. 184 84. You'll see too, if you start writing on a piece of paper and you say the numbers, it'll automatically drop right into those perfect place values. The only time it becomes a little bit tricky is when you have a place value, a placeholder, when you're putting zeros in. That's when we make our mistakes. And there you go, 184. Let's try number 2. Number 2 is 729. Let's go ahead and erase this one. And then we'll plop our numbers into the place value chart. 729. Why do we have that hyphen again? Do you remember what that's called? We have a hyphen only on certain numbers. Can you say that rule? Only when numbers are from 21 to 99, they're called compound numbers and they get a hyphen. Good job. All right, now we're going to pull it down. There's 729. One more example. This one is 2,315. Now you heard 2,000, so we need to go over here to the thousands place. 2,300, right there. 3 in the hundreds place. 15. If you just write number 15, you can see it takes up the tens place and the ones place. Now when I write this out, I do need to put a comma. I don't use a comma when I use word form, but I do use it for standard form. So that's another rule that you're going to need to remember. And yes, there it is, 2,315. All right, now we're going to go over, I would like you to pause the video, go ahead and write these 3 numbers in standard form, and then come back, and I'll go over them for you. 500, so I'm going to put a 5, and again, if you need to, put 2 lines, tens place, ones place. If you still need to do that, that's okay. 562. 62. There you go. I hope you got it right. Remember that compound number, when it's in word form, has the hyphen, but it does not have a hyphen here. Let's do number 2. 908. Now, this is what a lot of you will do. You'll do this, 908. Well, that's number 98. You have to remember, put a 9 for 900, make 2 lines. If you got that wrong, this will help you not to make that mistake. 8. Then we put the 8 in the ones place, put a 0 as a placeholder, and now you have the number 908. Our last one is 1,000. And here, since I'm writing in standard form, I can go ahead and put my comma, 1,000. That tells me there's 3 more places, right? 400, that goes in the hundreds place, and the last number is 20. 1,420. Now you know how to take numbers that are in written form and transfer them into standard form.